this Women's Success Power event. If there is any problem with the sound, just leave a message for us in the chat box. I am Zubeno and greetings from India. It's my honor to be your host for the third Women's Success Power event. This event is growing from strength to strength. And this is our third year or the third event. And before I begin, like I said, welcome to our third Women's Success Power event. Not only the ladies, I see some men too, some few brave men. So welcome to the wonderful gentlemen who have joined us this evening. Like I said, I am Zubeno, and I know it's a little difficult name, but you can call me Zubi. That's what everybody calls me. And sorry, I keep saying this evening because it's 10:30 here at night. So I'm prone to saying evening, but wherever you are, whatever time differences we have, it doesn't matter because we're all connected. And I'd like to give a big shout out to our two global ambassadors, Dan Cato and Joe Garcia, for creating such wonderful platform for us to come connect and learn, know about each other, and connect at a deeper level. In fact, I feel that whatever we are going to share our stories today will not only communicate our stories, but will connect us at a much deeper level. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am a businesswoman and I come from the restaurant industry. I have restaurants. I have two grown-up children, a daughter who's 23 and a son who's 26. My husband is a medical doctor. He's a surgeon. So that's about me. As we go on, I will keep telling you a little bit more about me. But today, this event, I felt so excited when I was approached by Dan and Joe to host this event. Initially, I thought, oh, well, I have to lose some sleep, but it's worth it. It's worth it for all the wonderful people, for all the beautiful ladies out there. I feel such a privilege to connect with you, and you all look wonderful. So today, we have a whole lot of very exciting success stories, but not only success stories, even struggles, how each navigated. And there's a lot of lesson for all of us to learn today. You are welcome to keep a pen and paper by your side to take notes, because for me, whenever I listen to anyone's story, everybody has a story, by the way, I always get encouraged and I come back learning something new every time I interact with anybody. And today I'm expecting a lot. And I would ask all of you to turn up your expectors as well. And we will start with our corporates. But before I bring our first speaker, I want to mention that this is a lady who has, I don't know whether she's aware, but she has been very instrumental in making my interest in NHT Global even better. When I first joined, the first month, we had a lot of logistics problem, and it was during the time of pandemic. And I was getting frustrated because my personality is such that I don't like excuses and I want things done fast. Things were not happening. And, I kicked up a big fuss, and this lady, she got in touch with me. And what came across to me was her dedication, her determination, her sense of judgment, and the way she took action. She came across as somebody very astute to me. And I was very drawn to her personality and her commitment to her work. And I just fell in love with NHT even more, So she has been very instrumental. I just spoke with her once long ago. I've never spoken to her after that. But she is none other than Maya Spindler. She is the Vice President of International Business Development, NHT Global. And it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker.
Hello, my dear NHT Global family members. I'm so thrilled to be here today as a part of NHT Global's women's event. And I want to thank both our new members and longtime members, as well as our wonderful leaders, Dan Cato and Joe Garcia, for putting on this event and making this a tradition for NHT Global. A long time ago, I heard a saying, when you empower a woman, you empower a community. And that saying has resonated with me very deeply. I thought of myself when I first started with NHT Global 16 years ago as a humble Eastern European college student. And little did I know that I would be sitting here today, 16 years later, in a global leadership capacity with a multinational publicly traded company. And I've seen the same pattern with our members over and over again, where they start with NHT Global because of the allure of our wonderful high impact and high quality products that end up making a difference in their lives and the lives of their family. But then they start seeing NHT Global as so much more, as an opportunity for them to grow and evolve into a global leadership role, impacting so many communities all around the world. And that is really the mission of NHT Global, is to empower our members. And we do that through the tools that we provide, the trainings, the events we put on, and where we invite our global leaders to share their knowledge and wisdom and personal growth stories, to inspire you to do the same. And I've seen over and over again women and men from all around the world really transformed, both their physical appearance sometimes, as well as the confidence and the impact that they make all around the world. And you being here today is the testament to the difference that we are making, and you're an integral part of our NHT Global family. Yes, we are a business, but I truly believe that NHT Global is so much more. It feels more like a community and a family, and I believe that that's why we have seen the success over the years that we have seen. And I want to invite all of you today to continue to grow and to evolve with us in making a difference in the communities and families around the world. Thank you so much again for being here. And I thank Dan Cato and Joe Garcia for the impact that they make and how they continue to empower and lead women to be transformed and to go beyond the reach that they ever thought they could have. So thank you, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the event.
Wow, thank you, Maya, for the wonderful message. I can really resonate with a lot of things that she has said. When you get the women, you get the whole family and you get the community. Thank you once again. Now, to move on to our next speaker, I'd like to introduce Karen Simmons, who is the Vice President of Strategic Initiatives. So it's my pleasure to present our next speaker, Karen Simmons.
Hello, everyone. What an honor it is to join you all today at what's become a great annual event celebrating NHT Global's inspiring and hardworking women. I'm Karen Simmons, Vice President of Strategic Initiatives for NHT Global. The corporate representatives joining today's event are all pulling inspiration for our messages from a meaningful quote either about women or attributed to a successful woman. So I'll kickstart my message with a quote from the remarkable Dolly Parton. And because today we gather to celebrate the power of female leadership and the incredible opportunities available at NHT Global, Dolly's message resonated with me. She said, "If your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, to learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader." At NHT Global, our company's compensation plan is designed to empower women just like you. We have a proven business opportunity that's designed to help you realize your unique goals, whatever they may be. For minimal startup costs, we offer a low-cost path to entrepreneurship and to starting a flexible, home-based business that you can work part-time or full-time. But our opportunity is not just about your personal success. It's about empowering others to succeed as well. We understand the power of collaboration and how teamwork can create a lasting legacy of success, and how that success can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to dream, to stretch, and to be more. In a team, when you succeed, you not only uplift yourself, but also those you mentor. At NHT Global, our mission extends beyond financial empowerment. We believe that building lasting relationships is equally important, And that's why we offer an array of incentive trips and rewards that encourage our members to strive for their best, as we believe these experiences are just as meaningful to personal growth. Our incentive trips are more than just vacations. They allow our members to come together, to learn from one another, and to build lasting relationships. They provide us with a chance to immerse ourselves in new cultures, to explore the world, and forge lifelong connections. It's these experiences that help us truly understand the strength of our global community. So in summary, Dolly's words remind us that leadership is about more than just personal success. True leaders aim not only to empower themselves, but to inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. We all have the potential to be great, and by sharing NHT Global's products and business, you can open a world of opportunity to others. Thank you for being a part of NHT Global's legacy of empowerment, where success is celebrated, teamwork is cherished, and leadership is about creating a life that inspires future generations. Take care.
Thank you, Karen. Wow, it just gets better and better and better. You know, one of the benefits of NHT Global, besides the wonderful incentives that we have, for me personally, it's also the global community that I'm beginning to experience and share, the genuineness of helping each other. This is so priceless, you know, so I can really resonate and agree with everything that our two speakers have said. And now, like I said, as we progress, it'll get even better and better. And the final corporate representative to address us is Claire Purnell, Senior Product Marketing Manager.
Hi everyone, my name is Claire Parnell, and it's such an honor and a privilege to be here today for this amazing women's event. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. So last month, I went to a Halloween-themed networking event. And at the event, they had a bunch of vendors handing out their business cards. I was talking in a group of around 3 or 4 men. And in the middle of our conversation, one of the vendors came up to me to give me his business card. He told me that his spa or clinic offers great deals on liposuction and told me to check them out. What stood out to me was that he didn't approach any men in the group. Just me, the only woman. Crazy, right? The truth is that in today's culture, women still continue to face many hurdles. And in spite of all of the great progress that's been made in gender equality, double standards like these still exist. In American culture, for example, women are still expected to run a household, build a career, and raise kids, all while maintaining the perfect body and amazing hair. Society puts unrealistic expectations on women in terms of how we should act, or telling us that we need to look a certain way. It's different at NHT Global. NHT Global is a company who not only respects and values women, but also empowers women. And not just certain kinds of women, but all women of all ages, lifestyles, and from all walks of life. I joined NHT Global in 2012. And from the moment I joined, I immediately fell in love with the company's mission, the culture, and its incredible products. More than 10 years later, I'm still here and love being part of such an inspiring team who helps build women up and champions their efforts. The quote I wanted to share with you all today is from a woman I really admired growing up, former soccer player Mia Hamm. You're worth the investment in yourself and what you feel you can and want to be. I love this quote because it's not about living up to society's expectations or letting others define us. The focus is all about us, what we feel and what we want on our journey. Because at NHT Global, we believe that you deserve to be happy and fulfilled in all areas of your life, and that includes your health. That's why we're proud to offer world-class health and beauty products that help you prioritize and invest in your personal well-being. Products that empower you to take control of your health and help you reach your unique goals. Products that help you live life on your terms and keep you looking and feeling your absolute best each day. In looking ahead to the future, we are far from finished. We remain steadfast in our efforts to invest in your success for the years to come, not just with the products we create, but with the support and care we offer to each one of you to help you achieve the kind of lives you want and deserve. Whatever you're looking for is possible, and we're here to support and uplift you every step of the way. Thank you so much to all of the fabulous women here today, and I wish you all much success on your personal wellness journey.
Thank you, Claire, for your wonderful message. One of the reasons that I joined NHT again was not for the business initially, it was actually the products. It's world-class, and I can testify to that. Now we go back to stories from our leaders. And like I said earlier, the power of the stories that we share tonight will in turn empower each one of us. So to begin with, I'd like to introduce Mu Qin. She is the global ambassador for China, and her work ethics are legendary, and it's clearly stated in her leadership. So ladies, Mu Qin.
Hello， 大家好，我是木琴，木是穆桂英的木，琴是天道酬勤的勤。我来自苏州，感恩所有的上述会员，我们的蔡哥、蔡姐、曲姐，还有吴哥、永芳夫妇，因为你们一个个爱的链接到了我。我也特别感恩文琴姐对我的简单信任，并携手与我同行，走过了11个年头。这11年的时间说长不长，却彻彻底底改变了我的人生轨迹。甚至可以说改变了我的家族命运。那说到底，为什么要全力以赴来运作 NHT 呢？其实还是因为我心中有梦想。曾经的我在2000年的时候经营着一家女子养生馆，每天都有现金流，过着看似非常平稳的生活，却不曾想过我还可以拥有更大的梦想和舞台。2012年的2月2号，我有幸遇到了 NHT，遇到了我生命中的贵人，那就是我们的周永芳。那时候的他开着一辆电瓶车，每天到我店里来。我来上班，他也来了；我下班，他是跟着我一起下班。说心里话，当时永芳和我聊起 NHT 的时候，我压根心里就看不上这2万块钱的投资，更不相信这小小的投资还可以赚百万千万。内心的小声音就是：那么你先赚给我看看呢？直到和我说起这个生意可以做到无国界、无时差，等于是开了很多很多的加盟店，开到全球全世界。这一点让我眼前一亮，但我的内心还是表示怀疑的。永芳呢，是一个活在信念里的人，虽然他当时一直不急，但还没有拿到任何的结果，但是他的眼睛里有光，心里有梦想，是一个特别执着的人。这一点也就是特别吸引我的地方。所以接下来的日子呢，我跟着永芳就参加了大大小小的分享会、参会，目的呢，一方面是去了解这家公司和这个平台上都是些什么样的人在参与。直到2012年的7月，跟随着蔡哥、蔡姐一起去到了香港成功论坛。我一直说香港是我梦开始的地方，我也亲眼见证了全世界各地的成功人士，他们因为 NHT 而改变了自己的人生。当天我也看到了我们的系统老师玛丽老师，她铿锵有力地说了8个字：人类因梦想而伟大，并让我们回去写101个梦想。从此我就开始带着我的梦想，真正的开启了我的 NHT 之旅。我想他们可以做到的，凭什么我不可以呢？回来以后，蔡格就为我做了一支规划，那就是100分100万年薪的全年计划。我呢是一个目标感特别强的人，既然有了目标和方向，那就努力去实现呗。我们的口号是大干100天，拼上小半年，拿下一辈子，量大是基础，有量才有质。于是回来之后呢，我和文琴姐就相互鼓励，上下联动。我们每天奔波在市场上，对我们而言，可以这么说吧， 从来没有什么节假日，甚至春节期间我们都在努力工作，举办着各种各样的活动，每天至少工作10个小时以上。当您向宇宙下了订单的时候，老天真的都会来帮你。于是我1季度达成了1级，2季度2级，3季度3级，4季度4级，第2年的上半年就达成了5级，下半年达成6级，第3年上半年达成7级，下半年达成8级，2015年上半年就达成了9级。3年的全力以赴，我曾经写下的梦想通通实现之外，我还实现了一个当时想都不敢想的梦想，那就是2015年10月22号，我跟随公司去到美国纽约时代广场参加纳斯达克敲钟的仪式，这是何等的荣耀呀！并且在人民日报上也刊登了。要知道马云在2014年10月份也同样站在这里敲钟，而我呢，只是作为一个平民的身份站在这里。所有的家人们在那一刻拥抱在一起，流下了激动的泪水。那一刻最大的感受是，所有的付出的辛酸泪水都是值得的。这也是我以后可以和我孩子们炫耀的资本啊！我当时写下的第一个梦想就是带着我的父亲去周游世界。感恩公司的豪华的旅游计划，让我实现了这个梦想，并成为 NH 平台上带着父亲去到最多国家的一位会员。我已经带着爸爸去了10几个国家，西班牙、德国、新西兰、美国、迪拜、澳洲、日本、韩国、泰国、马来西亚。说心里话，如果说没有 NHT， 我是不可能让爸爸实现这样的梦想。如果说我仅只有美容这一个主动收入的话，我也是不可能这么任性带着我爸爸去这样的豪华的旅游。俗话说，孝顺不能等，我们赚钱的速度一定要超过父母老去的速度。今天我相信所有的努力都是为了生我养我的父母和我生我养的孩子，我们都在努力成为父母的骄傲，成为孩子的榜样。那也特别感恩公司的英才奖励计划，让我有机会送女儿去美国留学。特别幸运的是，女儿在美国留学期间还可以享受公司每个月$2000的奖励，这也令到孩子改变了他的人生轨迹，拓展了他的视野。最重要的是，我除了成了父母的骄傲，成了孩子的榜样，我终于还可以活成我自己想要的样子。因为小时候特别喜欢琴棋书画，喜欢旗袍走秀，但是那个时候没有这个条件和机会。3年的疫情终于可以让我慢下来，实现儿时的梦想。非洲鼓敲起来，葫芦丝吹起来，随时我们都可以组成一个小小的乐队。因此也结交了一群热爱生活、有品味、志同道合的姐妹们。我一直很喜欢的一句话，那就是30岁前想做什么就做什么，50岁之后呢，不想做什么就可以不做什么。我做到了。公司成立至今23年，我们说产品是王道，产品是事业的基石，所以特别感恩公司无与伦比的产品，为我们的家人4个老人保驾护航。11年的产品用下来，爸爸妈妈、公公婆婆都非常的健康。我相信在座的所有的家人们都一定和我一样，希望父母都健康、平安、快乐。最后呢，我想告诉大家的是，我的梦想呢还在不断的放大，那就是可以帮助一群有梦想的人实现您的梦想。梦想一定要有，万一像我一样实现了呢？
Thank you, Mukin, for your wonderful, inspirational story. You're indeed a role model for our daughter, wife, mother, and above all, a woman who has taken control of her life. It is with respect that I'd like to introduce our next speaker. She's a single mother, and as women, wherever we may be, we understand our responsibilities, our commitment, and our challenges also. And being a single mother is not easy. She is a single mother who has inspired not only herself, but other single mothers in Latin America. And she has been so persistent and consistent, qualified for all incentive trips around the world, which is phenomenal. So ladies, I'd like to introduce Ana Marie from Peru.
Hola, querida familia de NHT Global. Me siento súper contenta de poder participar en este magno evento con mujeres tan representativas de la presencia femenina en la industria del network marketing a nivel mundial. Quiero en esta oportunidad compartirles la historia de una persona cuyo nombre es Ana Silva. Y bueno, mencionarles cómo fue un poquito mi historia en NHT. Las circunstancias cambian rápidamente en la vida de las personas, ¿verdad? Yo, de ser una persona activa, apasionada, aplicada en sus estudios, como contadora tenía muchas ambiciones de crecer en todas las áreas. Todo pensaba que estaba fríamente calculado. Pensaba que había más trabajo, más recursos. Y así al principio estuve contenta, pero en la medida que ascendían mis responsabilidades, incrementaba también el estrés. ¿Alguien conoce qué es eso? Comenzaron los desafíos de salud. Una serie de factores se acumularon. Comer a deshora, vida sedentaria, exceso de trabajo. Pero Anita Silva, para ese entonces, ya tenía una motivación superior. Esos superpoderes que nos vienen al convertirnos en mamá, ¿verdad? Bueno, por su hija, ella era capaz de superar cualquier adversidad. Hacérsela fuerte, decía yo, como toda buena madre. Bueno, los años pasaron, soportó 1 año, 2 años. Al cuarto año, el dolor en las rodillas ya era demasiado permanente, era más fuerte. La depresión ya había ganado terreno. Tuve que hacer cambios muy drásticos en mi vida que involucraba a toda mi familia. Probé de todo con tal de salir adelante. Artrosis, dijeron los médicos, no hay cura. Por eso para mí NHT, sin lugar a equivocarme, fue el que a través del Stem Renew fue mi salvavidas. Pude sentir cómo recuperé mi fuerza, mi salud. Fue la razón y el motivo principal de trabajar en NHT para también ayudar a otras personas. Mi testimonio hizo crecer en la empresa de manera acelerada. A pesar de que era una persona novata en el mundo del network marketing, como yo era en ese entonces, recuperé mi salud, recuperé lo que invertí para recuperar mi salud y además gané todos los premios. Fui ganando viajes exóticos que la compañía da como incentivo. No me perdía ni uno. Simplemente no lo podía creer. Empecé ganando el viaje de Hong Kong, me acuerdo, donde pude ir con mi hija Carla. Y para mí fue crucial asistir a ese evento de la Academia de Embajadores Globales. Me ubicó en perspectiva, me abrió los ojos. Pude ver la grandeza, la solidez de NHT. Porque una cosa es escucharlo, pero otra cosa es vivirlo, sentirlo, experimentarlo, vibrar en ese evento. Ese primer viaje no solo fue un viaje de placer, sino que aperturó mi mente a niveles impensables. Nació ese deseo latente de convertirme en un futuro embajadora global. Obvio que nunca estuve sola. Siempre estuve con mis líderes ascendentes de la mano, Kazumike, Gladys Moromisato, ellos enseñándonos, capacitándonos, siempre con el ejemplo. Estaré eternamente agradecida por su apoyo, constancia y dedicación. E incluso también los líderes globales, como Dan Cato, Joe García, siempre dispuestos a aportar su experiencia para alcanzar nuestros sueños. Así que quedé fascinada de este modelo de trabajo, donde la cooperación y el trabajo en equipo hace la gran diferencia. He conocido gente maravillosa, fascinante que se ha unido al equipo y seguimos construyendo. Hemos formado relaciones de amistad duraderas. En resumen, mi historia de éxito ha sido un viaje de desafíos superados, metas alcanzadas y metas no alcanzadas, pero siempre un constante deseo de dar más a la comunidad de Perú y a la comunidad del mundo entero. Así que te animo a que sigas persiguiendo tus sueños con determinación, con pasión, porque con NHT tenemos el paquete completo: calidad superior, seriedad, estabilidad en el mercado. El éxito no siempre llega de inmediato, pero con trabajo, convicción, dedicación, yo estoy segura que cada uno de ustedes podrá lograr su propia y especial historia de éxito. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Anna Marie, for sharing your story so passionately. We have learned a lot from your story. Our next speaker is Larissa Key. She is one of the founding leaders of Russia and Kazakhstan. She is a grandmother and she has been living the NHT Global Dream for many years. So it's my pleasure to introduce Larissa He.
Здравствуйте, семья NHT Global. Я Лариса Хей из Москвы. И сегодня у меня есть возможность поделиться с вами своими мыслями. В последнее время меня затронула тема благодарности. Я подумала о том, что я очень благодарна своему спонсору Елене Казуровой за то, что она когда-то пригласила меня в этот бизнес. И благодаря этому я сегодня из абсолютно больного человека стала практически здоровым. И более того, мое финансовое положение стало стабильным. Я сегодня финансово независима, и я очень ей благодарна. Я подумала о том, что столько много людей ходит вокруг нас, которым мы можем донести информацию, и которые в будущем будут благодарны нам за эту возможность. Потому что возможности, которые дает компания, они безграничны. И сегодня столько людей, которые потеряли финансовую стабильность, которые остались без работы, и этим людям мы можем дать возможность подумать о более светлом будущем. И благодаря нашей упорной работе вокруг нас будет гораздо больше позитивных, финансово свободных людей. И я думаю, что наша работа сделает этот мир добрее и лучше. Благодарю за внимание. Желаю вам глобального роста в ваших рангах. И мир, который мы оставим нашим внукам и правнукам, будет благодаря нашей работе гораздо добрее и лучше. Всем успехов!
Thank you so much for your wonderful story. We have next to speak or address us is Rumiko Fukanagi. She is from Japan. She is a very new leader she's been in NHT for the last 9 months, and she has achieved rank 2 in such a short span of time. So let's hear her story.
Minasan, konnichiwa. IRP ランク2の福永ルミ子と申します。よろしくお願いします。この NHT ビジネスに出会ってちょうど2年になります。スキンダルジェンスを紹介させてもらって、製品、会社、ビジネス。これはすごい。これだったら自分の夢や目標が叶えられるかも。という思いでスタートしました。これを本当に自分の、身近な仲間、友達に伝えていくと、あっという間に IRP ランク2を取らさせてもらいました。じゃあこれを伝えた仲間にも同じように、自分と同じように成功してもらいたい、成功していこうっていう、本当に共に話しながら取り組んでいってます。 で、ここの、会社、製品、ビジネスは本当に自分たちが安心できるバックグラウンドです。で、そういう中での取り組みなので、毎日ワクワク楽しく、本当に、多くの人にこれを伝えていこうっていう思いでさせてもらっています。自分がここの NST ビジネスに出会って、成長させてもらったことがいくつかあります。一つはやはり、こういう楽しい仲間ができた。で、やっぱり日々自分が自己成長していってる。そういう中で会社のプログラムに乗っかってみんなでやっていこう。で、その中で今年のフランス・パリのキャンペーン。で、これは本当に私たちが、私だけではなく仲間がみんなで一緒に行こうって日々盛り上がっているところです。これを、一人で行くよりもみんなでっていう中で、楽しんで、取り組んでいきましょう。ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Rumiko, for your heartfelt story. We really appreciate it. Our next speaker is Beatrice from Sweden. I had the pleasure of getting to know her virtually a while ago. Wonderful lady. What is really inspirational about her story is she is a story of success with NHT Global Products, and it excites me because even I joined NHT initially because of the products. You know, she shares her powerful product story, and she's a living proof of how NHT Global Products can change lives. So please welcome Beatrice.
Seven years and a month ago, my life changed. But it started 32 years ago, the year I turned 20. Then I got a rheumatic disease, and I got it very aggressive. The disease gives me severe inflammation and swelling in the joints that destroys cartilage and the skeleton. The year I turned 25, I had to replace both hip joints with prostheses. Most of the joints in my body are destroyed. Feet, hands, and shoulders are the worst. I have always tried to solve my problems with natural supplements. Unfortunately, it hasn't helped very well, so I've had to take the medications from the doctors. But they have given me horrible side effects that damaged my body even more. So, 7 years ago, I had pain everywhere. I was totally exhausted. I couldn't sleep, and I used a wheelchair if I had to walk or stand more than 5 minutes. Then I found Stem Renew. I got very interested immediately. This was unlike anything I ever seen. I read everything I could find about it and understood that this was something unique, something that helps the body fundamentally. When I realized it was being sold by a network marketing company, great! I love that industry and had been active in another company before. But I hadn't been able to do anything for several years because that company focused a lot on sales and I couldn't do it from home. Never in my wildest imagination could I have thought I would get the result I got, whether for my health or for my business. In just one day, I had great improvements in my joints. I could move better and the pain disappeared. I started sleeping through the night. And after about 6 weeks, I took my first walk in many years. The neighbors still can't believe their eyes. I told everyone about the amazing supplement I found, and many wanted to try it. So I helped them register and order. And many also got great results and talked to their friends, and then I got to help them too. This spread quickly, so I reached rank 3 group leader in just 6 months. All I did was sit on the sofa at home, call or write to others and tell them what I found and help them. After a while, I became completely fascinated by the company as well. It was then 15 years old and yet completely new in Sweden. You only get an opportunity like this once in a lifetime. Now, today, I have my own home-based business. Of course, I still have my illness and many limitations. but the difference is huge. Having this business from home makes me almost feel healthy, even though I'm actually very sick and limited. Many of the products are completely unique and all have the highest quality and purity and make amazing difference in people's lives. When someone tells me that products have saved their life, I get goosebumps every time. The fantastic thing is that the quality that the product maintains is also found in the people at NHT. The people I have had the privilege of meeting, working with, and getting to know and even befriend are genuine, wonderful people with a big heart. This applies to both corporate, upline leaders, crossline, and of course my own wonderful team. I'm so proud to represent this company. I feel completely confident in recommending the products and business to others. It's amazing to be able to change other people's lives for the better. I love helping others work towards their goals, go outside their comfort zone to get there, and come out stronger and with more confidence and a step closer to their goal. I want to wish everyone here the best of luck. If you believe in and are proud of the products and the company, you will reach where you didn't think possible. If I can, you can. I hope to meet you on one of the future incentive trips.
Thank you, Beatrice, for your wonderful testimony. You know, I said earlier that as the speaker progresses, it'll get more powerful, it'll get more exciting, and it is indeed that. In India, we are going to launch STEM Nirnu very soon, and probably your testimony is something that we can use because it's a lived experience. Thank you once again. Our next speaker is Sophie Keen. She's from Hong Kong, China, and she is the youngest global ambassador, and she achieved this in the fastest, shortest time possible. I'm sure she has a lot, and we have a lot to learn from her. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sophie Keen.
大家好，我是秦阿月，非常开心今天可以和大家分享我一路运作 NHT 的感悟。我是2015年6月份加盟的消费会员，2015年的7月份开始启动运作，全力以赴3年，在2018年的第2季度达成了9级。今天呢，我想把我运作这个事业的经验分成3个阶段分享给大家。第一个阶段叫一马当先，这个阶段强调的是榜样的力量。首先，认知很重要，因为认知决定行动。早期我在刚刚开始运作这个事业的时候，每天至少有8个小时花在这件事情上。有些伙伴，我看到1个星期只有3个小时花在这件事情上。我想我们的认知一定是不一样的。在我们每个人的心中，都有对事件重要性的一个排序。也许有的人认为看一场电影比参加一个分享会更加重要。如果当初我仅仅认为 NHT 是一个提供好产品的平台，只是好产品而已，那么我想我吸引来的一定只是一群消费者，我也拿不到今天的结果。好在我非常的愿意学习和研究，我也主动通过一些信息渠道去了解公司及平台，包括对产品专业知识的掌握。这个时候我发现 NHT 它是一个不用投入资金的轻资产的运作项目，而且可以给我带来无限的价值与空间。这时无论我的上属做与不做，无论我的下属做与不做，因为我看懂了，所以我这个时候只想去行动，而且我想要去快速的行动，因为只有快速行动才能被称之为一马当先，也只有快速的拿到1-2个阶段性的结果和目标，你才能成为团队的榜样。我在启动的当季度就达成了5级，并且拿下了新西兰的第2个阶段马不停蹄。这个阶段强调的是坚持的力量，也就是需要我们用正确的心态来对待这个事业。当我真正把 NHT 当成一次创业的时候，我才真正拥有老板的心态和坚持的心态。在接触这个项目之前，我也有尝试过别的创业， 所有的创业项目都不是能够在运作的第1个月甚至第1年看到大的回报的，都需要去坚持。但是选择运作 NFT， 它的投资回报率绝对是所有创业项目里面最高的，坚持的结果也会大不一样。我看到很多人在这个阶段特别没有耐心，因为没有伙伴跟随停下了脚步，因为别人的放弃自己也不再坚持。但是团队的发展却不会因为个别人的放弃而停止。这个阶段我也给了自己一个非常清晰的定位，那就是一定要做团队的灯塔，绝对不当一颗流星。其实我在5级到6级的阶段也经历过业绩的回落，在6级到8级的阶段也经历过核心的流失，但是这些并没有影响我的信念和坚持。最终我的团队里迎来了越来越多和我一样愿意全力以赴运作的伙伴们。第3阶段万马奔腾，这个阶段强调的是复制的力量。我能一路上到9级，绝对不是个人的力量，一定要依靠团队的力量。当我的团队越来越大的时候，向上咨询特别重要，有经验的系统导师、上属领袖可以帮助我更加精准、正确的去做复制。这个时候，我每天都会和汪平老师有微信或者电话的咨询。正确的复制，首先我必须要成为团队正确的模板，因为有什么样的领袖，就有什么样的团队。我本人在这个阶段也有着巨大的突破和改变，但是为了团队的发展，我非常愿意去学习、去改变。我也看到有些不愿意接受改变的领袖，他的团队会出现一些问题，比如爱抱怨、不爱学习、没有担当等等，这些其实都是隐藏在领袖身上的问题。旁观者清，我也时常引以为戒，提醒自己不要犯同样的错误。在这个阶段，对我们领袖个人的成长提升的要求会更高。在做好模板之后，我们需要去到快速复制。我们打造自动化生产线的时候，有3个动作一定要持续，那就是学、做、教。汪平老师提醒我，这个阶段教最为重要。我们一定要教会自己的核心领袖们在各个阶段学会独立工作，只有这样才能形成真正持续倍增的管道。而我在这个阶段也学会了放手复制，懂得在合适的时候退出舞台，让核心领袖们去绽放他们的光彩。这个阶段，我在汪平老师的指导下，也做到了去规划、去设计。比如说，设计各类团队需要的活动，设计领袖的成长，规划外地市场的布局，以及规划核心领袖的级别等等。当我做到以上这些的时候，我的团队迎来了百花齐放、万马奔腾的局面。在我上到9级的那个季度，我的团队同时带出来1位8级、3位7级、7位6级。我们团队还有一句口号，叫做“聚是一团火，散是满天星”。以上我从认知、心态、技能3个方面做了一些总结，希望能够帮到大家。非常感恩玛丽老师的系统改变人生，没有这些宝贵的系统经验，我也不可能改变自己的人生。感恩汪平老师一路的引领和指导，让我能够不走弯路的去精准复制。最后，我祝愿活动圆满成功，谢谢大家。
We all know that the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is the mindset. And Sophie has so rightly pointed out, and she has given us an entire lesson in leadership in under 5 minutes. Thank you so much, Sophie. Our next speaker is a single mother again from Mexico. Deep respects for single mothers all over the world. Her name is Viri Gallegos. She is a very powerful speaker and motivator. She leads by example and has been qualifying time and again for all incentive travels. That's huge. So Viri, take it on.
Hola a todos, mi nombre es Viridiana Gallego, soy de la ciudad de San Luis Potosí, en México. Soy pionera en esta industria, en este país. Ya tengo 5 años inscrita en la compañía, incluso cuando no había ningún distribuidor como tal en este mercado. Y les puedo compartir que NHT para mí ha sido un vehículo idóneo, punto número 1, para transformar mi vida. Y hoy en día no lo está haciendo solamente para cambiar mi vida, sino cambiar la vida de la gente que llega. Y para mí este modelo es una universidad, es toda una carrera profesional en donde justamente para poder tener resultados sólidos, sostenibles en una industria como esta, la base principal es sanar las raíces, extender esas raíces a conciencia. Una de mis filosofías o mi filosofía principal es que todo ser humano, toda la mujer, puede cambiar su destino, puede transformar sus resultados, puede transformar su mindset. Este tipo de modelo de negocio ha sido el parteaguas perfecto, porque obviamente todo lo que yo estoy compartiendo lo he vivido en primera persona, en el tema de lo económico, en los desafíos de las relaciones interpersonales, en el tema de la salud. Entonces, hoy les quiero compartir que estás en el lugar correcto, estás en el lugar idóneo porque estás siendo una fuente de magia, de poder, incluso uno de los legados que a partir de estar en este proyecto ha sido que la mujer vuelva a creer en sí misma, que se despierte y se vuelva a validar en primera persona todo ese poder que hay en esa energía creativa, en esa energía sexual que nos ha dado la bendición de estar encarnadas en este género. Dentro de la cultura mexicana, pues todos sabemos, ha habido pues todos nuestros ancestros de todas las culturas, yo hablo por la mexicana, hemos tenido esa conexión con lo natural, con la herbolaria. Una de mis filosofías es volver a rescatar esas raíces ancestrales y fusionarlas con la parte científica, lo natural, representarlo y sobre todo vivirlo. Para mí NHT es una fuente de transformación a través de esta filosofía en donde se une la naturaleza con la ciencia y sobre todo ese respaldo en la parte económica para poder transformar vidas. Tenemos una ricura de productos, tenemos un negocio muy sólido y abundante y que aunque quizá hacer pionero en algún mercado pueda resultar un verdadero desafío, que claro que da miedo, yo creo que una de mis filosofías principales es que aún y a pesar del miedo es momento de darle por ahí, porque justamente la tierra prometida se da y se vive después de un camino desafiante. Entonces, yo les hablo por mí, he vivido en temas de desafíos, de relaciones, en lo económico, y hoy le encuentro sentido a todas las vivencias del pasado y no me identifico en lo absoluto ya como una víctima, sino ahora justamente con esa parte legendaria de que la vida no se nos dio para pasarla por alto, sino seguir caminando, incluso hacer y responsabilizarnos sobre nuestra propia vida y dejar un legado diferente a todas las generaciones que nos siguen, en este caso a más mujeres. No somos nuestro pasado, somos las que construimos de aquí en adelante nuestro futuro. Entonces yo te invito a que te enriquezcas, a que vuelvas a nutrirte, ya no nada más en tema de productos, sino vuelvas a cambiar tu mindset, cambies tu creencia sobre lo que ya no eres de ese pasado, lo transformemos y ahora vuelvas a crear una realidad distinta y siendo libre y siendo tan tú y que sobre todo rescates ese brillo único, esa voz única, lo que te garantiza y te caracteriza que eres tú en esencia, que no eres una copia de alguien más. Yo estoy innovando la forma de hacer esta industria incluso, porque hay gente que o no hablamos cierto idioma, o no tuvimos estudios profesionales, o la creencia como mujeres era de, pues no vales, o si ya tuviste ciertas vivencias, te quedas condicionada ahí. Hoy en día tenemos esa posibilidad de salir de ese momento. Yo tengo 5 años y para mí estoy en el momento de que esa semilla ya se rompió, ya tiene raíces sólidas y ahora viene no otra cosa sino que crecer esa planta y dar frutos nuevos. Yo le estoy dando bienvenida día con día a más mujeres, sobre todo mujeres, porque siento que mi visión es por ahí, de que sacudamos esa energía, la movamos y que demos nuevos frutos. No solamente vinimos a dar vida en hijos, sino vinimos a dar nueva vida en proyectos, nueva vida incluso en una red de mercadeo. Es esa responsabilidad de ver que ese árbol de generación crezca, pero que crezca sano, sin hierbas malas. Entonces yo te invito a que a partir de ahorita, si este mensaje está llegando a ti, es porque tienes todo el potencial, toda la capacidad y todo el valor de valentía y de valiosidad para crecer. Así que bienvenido, y si ya tienes tiempo es momento de resurgir y redespertar a tu magia. Abrazos.
Thank you, Viri, for bringing us such passion and positive energy even through the screen. Our next story, or our next presenter, is Lubov. She's an incredible woman from Russia, and she has been with NHT Global for 10 years. So let's hear her story.
Здравствуйте. Я приветствую всех участников форума. Я приветствую всю семью NHT Global. Меня зовут Любовь Вокуева, я из России. Поделюсь немного своей историей. Прежде чем заняться бизнесом в NHT Global, у меня был свой традиционный бизнес. Это книжный магазин в центре города. И скажу я вам, это не самый удачный опыт, который я имела в своей жизни. Работа 24/7, без выходных, без отпусков. Это серьезное изначальное вложение, ежемесячное вложение. И то, что не давало результат, потому что вся прибыль, она была в остатках, в товаре, на складе. И NHT – это совершенно новый поворот в моем представлении о бизнесе. И меня здесь вдохновили и привлекли 5 вещей, о которых я сейчас с вами поделюсь. Первое – это минимальное финансовое вложение. Всего лишь 300 или от 300 до $2000 – это вложение в бизнес. Второй момент – это клиенты. Они по всему миру, они повсюду. То есть бизнес не ограничен пространством, в котором я нахожусь. И это круто на самом деле. То есть нет ограничений ни во времени, ни в пространстве. Третий очень важный момент – это организация. То есть компания взяла на себя всю организацию, которая занимает всю организацию бизнеса. От производства продуктов, логистику, сертификацию, растаможку. А я, как предприниматель, и все мои клиенты пользуемся высококачественными услугами этой компании. И я этим не занимаюсь. Четвертый и очень важный момент для меня, который я не имела в традиционном бизнесе, это бизнес-наставничество, это бизнес-наставники. Я благодарна Елене Казуровой, Томасу Кнапику, Гарту Райту, Джо Гарсия, Дэну Като, потому что они каждый раз на связи, они каждый день на поддержке для того, чтобы выстраивать мой и наш успех. И пятый момент, который меня очень вдохновляет, это изюминка бизнеса, это наши потрясающие продукты, которые дают моментальный результат. Только этого и хотят люди. Система Skin Indulgence уже через 30 минут делает кожу подтянутой, сияющей, и она просто нравится абсолютно всем женщинам. Гель Алюра делает неотразимой каждую женщину в интимной жизни. Стембреню, Сокнони и многие другие продукты, они дают колоссальный ресурс, делают каждого человека, от ребенка до взрослого, ресурсным. И, конечно, этим хочется делиться. И как раз это встроено, мне кажется, в жизнь каждой женщины. За собой ухаживать, да, быть в ресурсном состоянии и этим делиться. Получается бизнес, который встроен в мою жизнь повседневную. И я считаю, это просто крутое предложение для всех женщин мира, потому что Все женщины этого хотят. Они хотят быть в семье, они хотят быть со своими детьми, и при этом они хотят хорошо выглядеть, и они хотят быть свободными финансов. Все это представляет NHT Global. И еще очень важный момент, который я здесь получила, естественно, это большое количество друзей, единомышленников. Получается, я приобрела здесь вторую или дополнительную семью, очень теплую, очень отзывчивую, очень признательную. И все это очень вдохновляет, то, что я не получала в традиционном бизнесе. Поэтому NHT, я считаю, это лучшая компания для того, чтобы реализовать себя.
Thank you, Lubov, for your wonderful story. I can relate to your story because I'm also from the traditional business background, so I think we have a lot in common. Our next presenter is Maria Yvonne. She is another success story from Peru. She has built her online business very successfully, breaking all sales record. And on her last incentive trip to Paris, she not only qualified for herself, but secured a position for her husband as well. So let's hear it from Maria.
Hola, mi nombre es Ivonne Quispe, les hablo desde Perú. A la actualidad llevo 7 años desarrollando Network Marketing, de los cuales 6 años los he desarrollado en NHT Global. En ese tiempo pasé por muchos procesos que se convirtieron en parte de mi aprendizaje. Esto me permitió desarrollar ciertas habilidades y poder identificar oportunidades. Uno de estos procesos fue la crisis mundial que vivimos con la COVID-19. Nuestros ojos fueron testigos cómo la economía mundial era afectada con esta pandemia y cómo muchos negocios en todo el mundo cerraban sus puertas, mientras que la industria del network marketing se mantenía sólida e iba en crecimiento. Para aquel momento, las redes sociales estaban en todo su apogeo aquí en América Latina. Había muchas personas consumiendo Facebook, Instagram, TikTok y pasaban gran parte de su tiempo conectados a un ordenador o a un celular. Y esto incrementó mucho más con la COVID-19. Y es ahí donde vi una oportunidad. Pude darme cuenta rápidamente que había muchos consumidores de estas plataformas, pero pocos eran los que estaban ofreciendo algo al público. Entonces empecé a ingresar a un mundo que era totalmente desconocido para mí. Empecé a buscar información sobre cómo trabaja el algoritmo de estas plataformas. Y es ahí donde pude lograr fusionar mi negocio con las redes sociales y volverlo automático. Eso me ha permitido poder tener grandes resultados con la compañía y poder haberme calificado a París con todo pagado y poder llevar también a toda mi familia, ascender a rangos y a recibir diversos incentivos dentro de la compañía. Si me preguntas cuáles fueron las claves de mi éxito, lo que te puedo decir en pocas palabras es: define tu sueño. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres realmente lograr y alcanzar? Ten clara tus metas. Autoedúcate. Obtén conocimiento. Todos los días aprende algo nuevo. Eso te ayudará a crecer. La disciplina y la constancia es fundamental para que puedas tener grandes resultados. Una persona disciplinada va a llegar absolutamente lejos. Apaláncate de tus líderes. Esto será clave para que puedas avanzar. Ellos te darán el soporte que necesitas cuando pases por pruebas dentro de tu negocio. Y por último, te dejo con esta maravillosa fórmula. Conocimiento más habilidad y voluntad multiplicada por actitud te dará como resultado éxito. Nunca lo olvides, aplícalo siempre en tu vida y verás que tendrás los resultados que estás buscando al día de hoy. Nos vemos en los próximos viajes de la compañía.
Thank you, Maria, for your wonderful story and for giving us such helpful steps to follow, and also refreshing us, or rather me, that we need to have clarity in goals. Thank you once again. So now it's my turn to share my story with all of you. Like I said in the beginning, I come from a traditional business background. I still do that, but I got into NHT business because of the products, not for business plan, because I never believed in network marketing and I always viewed it like a scam, because in India we have a lot of that. I'm sure like that in your country as well, there are scammers all over the world. So I never thought that I would pick up the business plan. But my upline Sarfraz, my dear partner, he was very instrumental in asking me to pick up the business plan. I said no, I like the products. I got introduced to NHT and I joined because of Triotin, especially. At the time, I was looking for a product which would actually really boost collagen production in my body. So I found the formulation really suitable and it was something that I was looking for. So I joined. I put my parents on it, aging parents. We have seen great results. The level of my energy just went up and I began to actually have a second look at the company and the products. And I started looking at the business plan and I was not very sure. And Sarfraz, being an investment banker, Sarfraz is my upline. He's a top leader in India, being my upline. And he, from the banking industry, I kept asking him again and again, why did he leave the banking industry? And then he told me the reasons why. And I started thinking about, should I or should I not? I was not very clear whether I should, because I still was not very sure about. Then I was connected to other leaders like Joe Garcia, Dalibor, Dan, and they didn't look like scammers to me. So I started believing a little bit more. And I thought, if a man is doing this, then there must be something in it. And I started looking at the business plan a little bit more. And I was quite surprised because in the traditional business, the investments is very high. Return on investment is, we can't predict, depends on how the market, the risks are higher. The workload is more. You don't have much, you may have your own business, but you really don't have much free time. And the network business model and the NHT business started appealing to me. So I started introducing the products to my friends, my families, and the products were so good. It did the business initially by rote without me having to put in much effort, but just promoting the products really built up my business. And in the first year, I think less than a year, I hit rank 5. I was really happy. Then went on to the next level. Then I began to notice some glitches, some problems in my team. Because when you're from the traditional industry, you pay salary to your staff. So you have a certain thing, timing, everything is worked out. But in the network marketing, I don't pay salaries to my team. And I had to change my perspective of looking at them more like teammates, not like an employee. And I began to understand it's not about giving them specific steps, but then a lot of network marketing business is done, majority 80% are women. So I begin to have a lot of women, and women, we are so beautifully confusing and complex also sometimes. So, a lot of the times what I begin to notice in the women were not their ability, but also their self-doubt or low self-esteem, which also comes up as an excuse. And I begin to understand them more like human beings. And in our trajectory of life, we are all in different spaces, different places. And it was very important for me. One size does not fit all. I began to understand. I started meeting them at whatever level they can do, and then slowly started building my team and the level of confidence. And that's how I grew my team. It's a work in progress still. I would say I wouldn't say I have done everything. I'm learning a lot tonight from all the leaders, and I'm so grateful for this platform that our global ambassadors have created for us. But one of the key factors that I had to do a quick turn, because initially the business was just going up because of the novelty factor and because of the products. But then a point comes where, motivation also becomes very important. But more than motivation, I began to understand, to make them consistent, the importance of instilling discipline, because when motivation dies down, discipline will still carry you. I begin to notice, the principles to operate even in your network marketing. So I started doing little changes here and there, but also, yes, I had to use, I am somebody who uses all the products, every product in NHT. In the Indian market, I'm using it, and I've been using it for the past 4 years. And I've tried different hacks. different levels. Some people say, oh, I don't like the smell of Tridine, so I give them options. Why don't you try it like this? Why don't you try it like this? So I begin to give them a lot of tips. And then also told them, like, okay, you can sell your business. Skindulgence, it's a big thing. It lasts for a long time. But I begin to notice that instead of just your face, why don't you start doing the back of your hand also? You use a lot more, it will help you sell faster. But like I said, your skin on your hand is also very delicate. And if it works for your face, it'll work for your skin. And I do that. I personally do that. So I started giving them my own personal tricks and tips, mixing with this, sometimes with this. And of course, like I say again and again, one size doesn't fit all. So teach them to do or use it in a different method. So me using it personally, I have been in a position to command or to speak more about the products. And yes, I educate myself constantly about supplements because I am very into it. It's not because my husband is a doctor that I've gained knowledge. It's because of my personal interest and my personal vision to grow myself in this area with science and technology. So I keep myself updated. So that has really helped me. But if there is one single area that has really helped push my team is, to help women see in themselves or to believe in themselves that they can do it. When I change the mindset, or rather when they change, I can't change it for them, but when they change their mindset, it's exciting for me to see, the principles work in the life, and exciting for us to see the business volume coming in. So this is my journey thus far. Like I said, it's a work in progress. Probably next year I'll have a different version, but as of now, this is where my story ends. And I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Ellen Svensson. She is from the European Union. I hope I pronounced some of your name. Please excuse me if I mispronounce your name, because some of them are very new for me also. So my apologies. So Ellen is from European Union. And she and her team, the Vikings, have been recognized as the fastest growing company in Sweden by the Swedish Direct Selling Association for not only 1 year, but for 2 years in a row. That's commendable to the Vikings. In fact, I see a lot of Vikings here. It's wonderful. So Ellen, please share your story with us.
My name is Helen Svensson, but you might know me as the Viking Queen. I'm so glad to be here today and talk to you all. Thank you for having me. A couple of years ago, the whole world changed, as we all know. The pandemic really forced us all to stay at home, and it also forced us to change the way we are working. I will tell you how we in Sweden handled it with the Skindulgence firming system. Since we couldn't meet people in real life, we had to come up with another idea. We tried a couple of different things, like having people passing a box around for trial. That didn't work out very well, since it demanded the prospect to mail it to the next person after they had used it once. Then we bought small cans and filled it up for one trial. In order for them to actually do the trial and know how to do it, we started having webinars where people in the convenience of their own homes could try it while we were explaining how to use it. Well, it was hard to get the cream out of those cans. It was also pretty expensive to send them out. So we needed to solve that problem as well. Then we thought of small pouches. I bought some together with a heating machine to close them. I filled it up and it actually worked. So then we got to work for real. We were sending out hundreds of samples in the mail every week. The team were using all kinds of different things to close the bags, like irons, vacuum machines, flat irons, etc. It totally took off. We actually received an award for the fastest growing direct selling company in Sweden 2 years in a row, both pandemic years. Well, the pandemic was forced upon us, but we will always encounter changes in the world, even if they are not of that magnitude. And in order to not be affected of whatever is going on, but keep expanding our businesses and our teams, we need to stay alert and analyze why things are not going well, or at least not as well as we might want it to be. When you find out what is blocking your business, then and only then can you find the right solution and change the way you approach the market. You might not get it right on the first trial, but it's not a failure, only an experience. At the next trial, you will have that knowledge at least. The pandemic was an extreme change, but we are all facing changes from time to time. And instead of being turned down by it, see it as a chance to find new ways, better ways. Obstacles and hinders can be so developing for the business if you just approach it with the right mindset. Let's embrace our challenges and keep developing as individuals, our teams, and the whole NHT family. I wish you all a great ending of 2023 and a fantastic start at 2024 with a lot of changes and challenges. And let's celebrate all the good experience and expansions that will come out of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Helen. You're indeed the Viking Queen. I can't wait to meet you in person. So we have come to the last speaker, and I think we have been doing wonderful in terms of audience and in terms of presentation, but I think this last story is going to blow us apart. She is a global ambassador from China, and she is also another single mother whose life of achievement has been exemplary and very inspirational for other single mothers around the world. Her son attends a school in the US, sponsored by the NHT Global, as she qualified for the NHT Education Award. What an example. So ladies and gentlemen, I present Wang Ping, Global Ambassador from China.
亲爱的家人们，大家好，我是汪平。17年前，由于事业转型的需要，我在从事了10多年的图书生意结束之后，经过基本的商业模式的比较思考，果断地选择了 NHT。从刚开始选择的时候，我就没有试试看，做做再说的心态，因此我的起步是在深入系统的学习之中，边学边做的。在最初的3年，我将从外行到内行作为自己的重要目标，因此在每一次的行动之后，我的收获都包括了成功和失败的经验，对运作系统有了更深入的理解，也是在积累当中对前路充满更多的信心。促使我们的团队发生大的变化，有一些不可不说的力量。从外部来说，是公司活动及奖励方案的推陈出新，对市场有很好的促进作用。从内部来看，是我们在集体的学习与大量实践之后，已经建立了一支内心强大的核心骨干团队。我们的核心骨干伙伴通过3年的磨合与学习，已经掌握了关于团队持续发展的进人场、留人场、育人场的所有关键环节。我们这些活动是持续的，既服务于每天的市场活动，同时也在这些活动中不断地促进新伙伴的成长。推动我们持续成长的力量是每个人深藏于心的梦想。当一个人越清晰自己的内在目标，一路过程中的困难就显得微不足道。每个人的梦想也是一路不断生发出来的。我在进入这个生意之初，所梦所想都是关于孩子的。从出生到一路长大，我们就不曾对他有过任何的打骂、呵斥，只有温和安暖。所期待的也是他内心的阳光健康，真正的身心成长。我从不敢想象的是，当我们的图书行业下行之时，如何去托起他所向往的未来。这样的力量一直支撑着我大量行动，一路向前。梦想的力量是强大的，特别是让团队的伙伴见证一个一个梦想的实现。直到今天，我依然感慨， 在孩子高考的前一年，我就获得了公司的英才奖励计划，不仅让我们成为高考考场外最轻松的父母，也帮助孩子实现了出国留学的梦想。而在孩子研究生毕业的2020年，疫情最严重的时候，也是公司的支持，使孩子能够进入总部实习工作。从当初的梦想的种子到今天的一路花开，所有关于孩子的梦想超额的实现，放眼四顾，也只有咱们的公司推出了如此独特、如此激励人心的支持计划。17年来，我常常被团队里的各种情形感动。当我们的伙伴分享他的健康有了巨大改变的时候，当我们的伙伴一次次获得奖励，一步步达成他的目标的时候，其中最令我感动的还是看到他们由内而外发生着巨大改变的时候。一个人的改变有赖他所处的环境，家庭造就一个人的童年，潜在地影响着一个人的一生。婚姻中的夫妻相处模式决定了孩子未来的关系模式，而求学时期、工作阶段，每个阶段都是一个人成长的环境和土壤。回想加盟以来，我自己在系统当中的改变，及至刻意的营造团队成长改变的氛围，多年来的见证，让我切实地感受到公司文化、系统文化的影响所在。与传统的商业环境相比较，系统带给人的首要改变是它的赋能文化，包括使命导向、激情文化、协作共赢、学习成长等等。这些文化因子成为系统赋能的主要动力。我们每一次的聚会，系统倡导的、分享的都是关于这些。而关于让一个人在系统中能去到自动自觉的成长，也是系统文化关于自主管理所造就的成长氛围。系统中的透明开放、信任尊重、推崇欣赏等，成就了每个人的身心完整。与传统当中的控制文化、自大文化、防御文化、等级文化、官僚面具文化、短期利益导向等有着天壤之别。每当看到伙伴在这样的氛围下发生的多方面的收获与成长，我就感到由衷的开心，感受到我们的价值所在。这样的平台，这样的系统，不需要一个人费力的坚持，而是每天都充满着成长、挑战下的突破与幸福感。今天，我们的物质基础超越过往任何时代，很多人追求的不仅仅止于事业或者健康，而是追求多方面的收获与成长，包括关系上的身心健康、事业与家庭平衡上的，乃至家庭成员中每个主体的独立价值所在。正是我们的平台，我们的系统，给每一位愿意坚持在系统当中耕耘的伙伴提供了多元的复合的价值，而这些价值包含了可持续文化的所有特点。也正是这些，让全球各地的伙伴选择它并持续运作。我感恩咱们遇上平台的幸运，更感恩我们所有耕耘在系统中的前辈们。正是你们奠定了系统文化的基因，铸就了系统文化的基石。正是这样的系统环境，才吸引了大批的追随者、发扬者。今天，作为持续前行的一员，我不仅感恩全球众多的同行伙伴，也更期待因为我们的坚韧，感召更多的后来者。我期待在公司20年、30年、40年华诞的那些重要时刻，您都拥有非凡的成就，是这些历史的见证者。所以，亲爱的家人，今天无论您身处哪里， 无论您进入公司、进入团队多长时间，我都要发自内心的邀请您多多的深入了解，坚持最初的那些突破。一旦您经历过最开始的那些行动、那些阶段，您会发现所谓障碍多数可能来自于自己内在的束缚。我也要祝福我们所有坚持运作的伙伴。今天外部环境发生了不确定的重大变化，在这个阶段，我们与公司的粘度、与系统、与团队的紧密，团队伙伴们的坚持成长、坚持积累，才是我们确定未来的基础。谢谢，期待我们在国际舞台上再见。
Thank you, Wang Ping. Your NHT global story has not only changed your generation, but impacting the next generation. So like me, I'm sure all my ladies and gentlemen there, we are so inspired by all the stories that we have heard. And it's time for us to take action now. Let me remind you that we are on the end of a fourth quarter, and we still have some months, but what we do in this coming 2 or 3 months is going to determine how we fare in the early 2024. See, we cannot reach our potential just by thinking or wishing for it. We have to move. That's my message. And you know what? We have to move and do whatever we can, no matter how small. We should not despise small beginnings. We have to do whatever we can now and today to have what we want tomorrow. So my queens, it's time for us to get into action. Go and shine. Thank you so much. Good night from India. And thank you, Dan, Joe, for this wonderful opportunity. See you all. Good night.